Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with the top 5 best PC hardware deals for June 25th. I got an overwhelmingly positive response to do this series 2 times a week, so that is going to be the norm as long as good deals are persistent. So with that being said, let's get right into this video with number 5. Number 5, we got a great deal on a power supply. The Rosewill ARC Series 450 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply is $30. And there's a $10 off mail-in rebate, knocking it down to just $20. So even before the mail-in rebate for $30, that's a pretty good deal. A lot of the times you would see lower-end power supplies for like $40, and then they would have a $20 mail-in rebate attached. This one, $30, and then a $10 mail-in rebate, so using the mail-in rebate isn't imperative to getting a good deal. A 450 watt power supply, while on the surface sounds pretty low, a lot of the GPUs these days are very power efficient, and even mid-end GPUs can run on a 450 watt power supply like a 1060. Personally speaking, I would use a 450 watt power supply for a lower end build. I wouldn't risk it, but if you're building something like a 450 or a $500 build, this is perfect. Or if you want a power supply for an older rig, something like this is perfect. It's super cheap, and if you do decide to use the mail-in rebate, well, at that point it is a great deal. Number 4 is a great deal on an SSD. Over on fries.com, they've got the Samsung 850 EVO Series 500GB SSD. It's listed at $180, which at that price it's okay, but if you sign up for their weekly email newsletter, you get a email sent to you with a promo code. It's a personal promo code, so it's applicable to each person. You'll get a unique code that knocks off another $36. That'll take the price of this SSD down to just $144. That's a great deal on a 500GB SSD. That's pretty close to the price I paid for my 120GB SSD back in like 2013. So we've come a long way in terms of SSD pricing, and the 850 EVO is a great one to pick up. 500GB is a solid amount of storage space where you can forego a mechanical hard drive at that point, so really good deal. This deal does expire today, so if you want it, pick it up ASAP. Number 3, this is a deal I made a video on. Somehow it's still in stock. The CyberPowerPC Gamer Ultra Desktop with an AMD Ryzen 5 1400, 8GB of RAM, and the kicker, an AMD Radeon RX 580. It is the 4GB model, but still, that is very nice, and I know it's a pre-built computer, guys. A lot of you guys are probably like, oh my god, a pre-built computer, but it's only $650, and considering the price of RX 580s, all things considered, this is a really good deal. You get the RX 580, you get the Ryzen 5 1400, 8GB of RAM ain't bad, a terabyte of hard drive's pretty good, the case looks pretty nice, and you get a free copy of Windows, which is a $100 value for $650. Sign me up, that's a great deal. Would I be recommending this pre-built computer if RX 580s were at the price they used to be? Honestly, maybe, but considering they aren't, this is just a killer deal for those of you that want a PC like this. If you're looking for a PC around these kinds of specs, this isn't a bad option. You get a keyboard and mouse as well. So, I mean, for $650, this is a really good deal, and you get free shipping as well. There's too much going for this deal for me to not recommend it. Moving on to number 2, Newegg has got the Microsoft Xbox One wireless controller down to $29. This is a refurbished controller, but for $29, that is a great deal. I love the Xbox One controller. I prefer it over the DualShock 4, and I prefer it to any other console-like controller that I've used. Better than the PS3 controller, better than the Xbox 360 controller, in my opinion. I think it's just very comfortable, and I think it's the best gaming controller on the market outside of the Xbox Elite controller, which is like $150. So yeah, that's definitely probably out of your guys' price range for a controller. Typically, at the very cheapest you would get these controllers for is like $45. So $29 for a refurbished controller isn't bad. And anytime I've had to deal with refurbished products on Newegg, I've had no trouble. And they've got a really good return policy as well. So really no issue here. $29, too good of a deal to pass up if you're in the market for a new controller. Finally, number 1, also over on Fries, is the LG 24-inch Full HD IPS gaming monitor. This is a FreeSync monitor, 24 inches, 1080p, for $129. Typically, it goes for around $160, so $30 off is really good, and it also has free shipping. So a very nice monitor. If you're looking for a FreeSync monitor at this price point, it's not going to get much better. 24 inches is great, 1080p is great, a really aesthetically pleasing monitor for a great price. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed some really good deals this week. I like doing this series twice a week because it gives me a chance to cover some of the better deals that only last for a little bit of time, because as you guys know, if there's a great deal, it's gonna go away very quickly. So happy to bring this series to you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.